Hey everybody, welcome back to The Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for your support. Today is just a little topic discussion, very briefly, something that's been on my mind, and I'm sure it's been on other people's minds as well. And that is with the appearance of the original Jazz Classic series now, in addition to Tone Poet, Blue Note Classic, the Prestige series, the Jazz Dispensary series, the Verve by Request series, there is an avalanche of jazz reissues coming at us, and most of us are not in the position to be able to afford to be completists in this venture. Especially if you're new to jazz, you want to be sure you're spending your funds wisely on things that you'll be listening to more than once. And this is something that I came to realize about midway through the Tone Poet cycle. And the Blue Note Classic cycle. At first, I was trying to be a completist. I was so excited about these series, and I still am, that I would buy every release. And being a new jazz listener, there have been times where I bought something that I know I'm not going to listen to very much at all. And that is because I didn't preview. I was buying blindly, and that is something that's a little danger zone for someone that's getting into jazz and just going on what's being released and assuming that it's something they're going to like. So with jazz, there's just such a wide range of styles and labels and players, and it can be overwhelming. And this is kind of what I've decided to do, and I've been implementing this, and it is to create a master list for my buying. So I'm trying to assemble a world-class collection, and world-class doesn't mean it has to have every single release from every single jazz label. What it means is being conscious and selecting things that I know I'm going to listen to, things that are highly regarded, and things that are, of course, pressed and presented properly. Fortunately, these days we have excellent all analog masterings in most of these series, and it's a treasure trove of titles. But we're not the Smithsonian, we're not the Library of Congress. We don't have to assemble every single release that's come our way. And by creating a master list based on research, listening, reviews, and so forth, I'm able to narrow down what it is I really want in my collection. And that is kind of what I'm trying to convey to you today is, maybe pick up a couple of books about jazz, see the reviews of jazz records back in real time, how they were received, and how they fit into the artist's discography as a strong release or not. That is a good starting point. Also, listening to reviews, if you can wait it out and not get the release on release day, you'll have a chance to hear others' impressions of the release before you make a decision. Also, following players is another thing that I've learned to do. With the stuff I've assembled so far, I've gotten to know the individual players, and these individual players are all over the map in jazz. They're in different labels, different quintets and quartets, sometimes as a leader, sometimes as a player. And once you start to recognize that you like a certain player, you can follow and see if they are on this new release and make decisions from there. And of course, lastly, streaming. Streaming has been a godsend for me for this jazz journey. And when new reissues are announced, I immediately assemble them all onto my phone, and I listen to them thoroughly to decide now if it's something that's my cup of tea. And not every jazz record is. It just isn't. So by streaming, I can kind of narrow it down as well. And when I put together this list, I know these are the items that I really like, the artists I really like, the style of jazz I really like, the masterings I want, and so forth. So this is how I go about it. I don't know if you've thought about this at all, but most of us are not trust fund kids and can afford every single jazz reissue that comes out. And having a plan is very valuable, and you'll end up with a collection that you'll love and you'll enjoy playing much more. So that is my thought on that today. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you've thought about this issue, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm Scott for The Pressing Matters. Have a great day.